Well, hello everybody. Happy hump day, happy Wednesday, happy Tuesday evening if we haven't quite made it through to hump day yet for my friends in the US, the UK, and all of those other places that are not the Southern Hemisphere where it is hump day today. Wanted to say a huge hello. I've missed you all. Well, I spoke to some of you yesterday. Hey, Geordie. Amidst our craziness that obviously made national news, the dust storm that happened here. I don't know if you guys saw it. All I have to say is thank God our cleaners were here this morning, because the inside of the house at least is now dust free. The outside of the house, well, look, I just want to show you something, right? Because this is really freaking gross. So the view, check this. Look at that. Yeah, my white cushions out there. We didn't bring them in, so just a little bit completely crazy. All is well. Like the winds were pretty fierce, but other than a few little branches being knocked down and stuff, and the car being ridiculously dirty, all is well. We're all good. We're all safe, happy, and the inside of the house at least is dust free. Because I was getting a little bit, about it all. Anyway, so welcome to the coffee run. I have got coffee. Hope you have. I've done the gym this morning and I'm feeling really amped and pumped. And some of the things that I wanted to talk with you about today are about some common fears, questions, some themes that I've seen and heard actually play out, particularly over the last couple of weeks. So you guys know I've been talking about the it factor, which is really about taking your business to the next level, right? You being and feeling, more importantly, confident, you've got clarity, you know what you're doing with your content, with your marketing, with your messaging, with what you're selling. And the whole premise of that is around you being able to up the ante, double your business, and all of that. So what that's done is it's really interesting how different things that you guys talk about, or what you'll find is that the different things that you talk about in your live streams and through your marketing and stuff like that, it can bring up different questions, concerns, fears, ponderings, musings. And the most interesting one, I think, for me is this whole question around, well, how do I know it's the right time? Is it the right time? I feel like it's too early. Some common things that have come up, and I've written them down. I've written them down because I think it's really important. And it's something that actually, interestingly, thanks, Geordie. Yeah, the dust is good. The dust is inside, it's gone. So the thing that's been super interesting, and actually this even came up on the weekend, it's around this question around, well, how do I know that it's the right time? Like, do I know enough? Have I got enough experience? Have I got enough knowledge? Have I got enough, all of the things? And the short answer to that is yes, like you do absolutely have enough. And I know for me, whenever I'm about to go bigger with something or launch something new or whatever it is, I'm just sharing this. Hang on. The coffee run is on right now. All right. So I've just shared that. Thank you for that. So I guess the thing is, like, we've all got this. We've often got this thing, right, as humans. Hey, Jess. We've often got this thing as humans whereby we play down or try to keep ourselves safe, right? And a big part of that is, like, I know that a lot of you are all up for throwing yourselves out of your comfort zone, and you know that I am as well. But it doesn't mean that these fears, these doubts, these ponderings, these musings, whatever, don't roll around still in the back of our heads. So, do I have enough experience? Am I different enough? Am I, like, this is some of the stuff that's rattled around in my head over the years. So maybe this sounds familiar to you. I'm not there yet. What if I go out there and I start making all of these, sweeping claims? And we talked last week about stating your opinions as facts. And what are my peers going to say when I start talking about this? Despite the fact that you've probably got years of experience in, being you, in decoding the information in the way that you do and all of that kind of thing. So, the thing is that you'll often have those questions come in when you're ready to up level, because we don't know what we need to know in order to already be at that level, right? Because if you did, you'd already be there. So the very nature of the questioning tells you that, well, actually it probably is the right time, and you probably do already know enough, because the thing is that, hey, Tamara, it's because I announced it, right? The thing is that those questions wouldn't even be there. They're actually the very indicator that you do know enough, that you are ready in order to be able to up level. The other thing that tends to roll around, and I experienced this in February of this year, just even myself, right? Where sometimes we can get a little like, well, I'm really not there yet, or what is everybody going to think? Everybody else is more successful than me. So I joined a mastermind / one-on-one style program it's actually a one-on-one program, but there's also a mastermind kind of program attached into it, or a community attached into it. And actually this happened in the last program that I joined as well. And it's like, well, what about all of the other people in there? Like, what if they're making more money than me? Or what if they've got more experience than me? Or what if they're more professional than me? Or what if they are more funny than me? What if? So imposter syndrome can kind of like also come crashing down. And I guess, again, the thing is that what a great space to be in if you can imagine. And what I like to think is like, well, you know what? I like being good at what I do, and I like knowing what I know, obviously. But the very second that you kind of think, oh, maybe I'm not there yet, is a really awesome indicator, again, that you might actually be, to put it bluntly, like the dumbest person in the room, or the least successful person in the room. Now, what opportunity does that actually give you? I'm a huge advocate for throwing yourself out of your comfort zone, for learning new things and expanding and extending your knowledge. And if you go into a room thinking, well, I know this and I know this and I've got this and I've got that, then you're automatically cutting yourself off and closing yourself off for future learning. And that is one of the biggest sabotage tools that you could possibly smash yourself over the head with, right? If we're being blunt about it. It is a great advantage, Tamara, that's right. And so, a lot of people think, well, but what if everybody else is making more money? Well, so the fuck what? So what if they are? So what if everyone else in your industry is making more money? Do you think for a moment that you are not going to be able to contribute to conversation? Do you think for a moment that you're not going to be able to learn from people like that? Hey, Jeanette, I suppose there's this whole thing, and I think it's like a misconception out there that we've got to be at a certain level in order to do different things, or invest money in different things, or put ourselves in situations where we're going to be stretched. Now, I think it's incredibly important for us to be stretched. I really do. I think it's crucial to your success. I think otherwise what we find is that we just surround ourselves with people who are yes men, right? Or yes women, and that doesn't help you grow. That doesn't help you expand. That doesn't help you shift and change and evolve. And oh my gosh, I'm getting so many messages. They just need to stop. Focus, Nicola, focus. So I guess there's that. So there's the worrying about what your peers think. There's worrying about what other people maybe in a program might think. And you know what? If we think about it, what does it all boil down to? For me, it all used to boiled, and actually still does sometimes. I have this need or this desire to be liked, right? I keep it in check, so it's not like an unresourceful thing. I won't do things for fear of people not liking me. But it is it's a big thing that I think about. It's like joining these latest mastermind programs and stuff that I have. It's like, well, am I going to get along with the people in there? What if they don't like me? What if I don't like them? Like, that would be really freaking awkward. And stuff like that, where really, yeah, that stuff's important maybe, but what's actually more important is the growth and the stretch that comes from putting yourself into situations where you kind of don't know necessarily what's going to happen. That's where the growth is. It also provides you with the most ridiculous amount of content, right? If you think about it, and the most ridiculous amount of stories, like incredible amounts of stories. If we think about, if you're a lawyer, for instance, and you join a mastermind program, for instance, and maybe you're looking at creating an online program. I'm trying to give you an example of something that's a bit left of center. Maybe they're looking at creating an online program that helps people with different things, right? So as opposed to a coach or a mentor or a trainer, or someone who's in the life transformation space. So if you think, lawyers are in the life transformation space. What am I saying? You get it, right? You understand why I'm picking this example. So as a lawyer, they might come in, and lawyers, if I speak very stereotypically, are typically quite professional and this, that, and the other. If they were to join in with a group of people who are entrepreneurs, like super creative people, artists and things like that, they might worry about how they're going to fit in. They might worry or think about, well, what are these people going to like me? They are completely different, or whatever might run around in their head. Now, the great thing there, if you think about it, if a lawyer is putting themselves in that situation with those kinds of people around them, imagine the different types of ideas that are going to be spawned from being in that kind of environment. They might not... it's great to surround yourself with people who are not in the same industry as you. It's actually great to surround yourself with people who are doing things completely differently to the way that you are, because again, it gives you a different lens. It gives you a different perspective. No different to playing a sport or cross-training in something different in order to pick up different skills and knowledge and fitness and whatever else. So that's that. What else did I want to talk to you about? Feeling like you're not there yet, imposter syndrome, worrying or thinking about if the time is right. Another thing I guess that you might consider is, when is the right time to invest in getting help? Whether it's with me or whether it's with someone else, and whatever that amount might be or not be or whatever. I think the thing for me and the way that I've always done this, right since 2010, when I was working in corporate and I invested in my very first coaching training type of training. Before that, I ran a jewelry business where I imported jewelry and sold it around the country and wholesaled it and blah, blah, blah. Built a website. That's how I learned how to build websites. I did all of that stuff as a side hustle before actually launching this particular business. Started that in 2006. So, been around the traps for a while. But I guess where I'm going is with everything that I've done, I haven't known how it's going to pan out. I didn't know that it was going to work. But what I did know, hey Maria. Thanks Jeanette, that's really lovely. The thing is that if you're not willing to back yourself, if you're not willing to invest the money without knowing or without being certain of an outcome, then you could potentially be completely closing yourself off to a potential reality, to a potential future, to a potential success. Now, I'm not saying that investing with something and just kind of seeing it and then going, oh yes, shut up and take my money, please. The thing is it's really got to be, if you're looking at different stuff, it's got to be an absolutely hell yes. This is the right thing for me to take it to the next level. This is the right person to help me do this. Or this is the right person to help me like unlock my shit, right? Or clear my stuff or move me forward energetically. Or it's the right thing that I need to cross-train in order to be able to lift up. Hey, Shirley, great to see you. Happy Wednesday. So there is no right time, right? There's no right time. There is no right program. There's the best thing that you could ever possibly do is just go, yeah, this feels right. I've got to do this. If I don't do this, then, I've got to be batshit fucking crazy because this just feels like it's the right thing to do. If you don't feel that in here, then, whatever it is that you're looking at, stop, go away and do something different, right? Maria just shared about backing yourself. Oh, yes. High five. How funny. There you go. That's pretty much me for today. So if you have been rolling around, that's not me for today. Apparently I have more to say. If you've been rolling around and thinking, oh, the It Factor, Nicola, I keep seeing you talk about that, but I'm not there yet. I don't have that money yet. You don't even know how much it is, right? We haven't even discussed that. I have told you that it's, it's not cheap and it's a substantial investment. But what I know is that this is a stuff, I wish I knew this years ago because it would have created such a solid foundation under me and my business. I know that that the stuff that you're going to learn, the things that you're going to take away from media, messaging, marketing, your mindset, it will absolutely set you up for the next 2 years. Now, the fact of the matter is that 95% of business owners don't make it past the first 2 years. And of the remaining 5%, half of those don't even make it through to the 5-year mark, right? So for you to be able to even still be here in 5 years is you completely going against the odds. And the thing that we need to do is to, and whether you've been in business for even a long period of time or a short period of time, if you want to set yourself up for that next stage, that next level of success, it's ridiculously important. In fact, it's imperative and crucial for you to have a really strong foundation underneath you that is going to serve you moving forward. I think as business owners kind of mature and become more experienced, it becomes even more imperative for you to be able to adjust, shift, and cement almost those things that are going to take you into the next 2 to 5 years. And I mean, Jesus, there's never a good time to do that, except now or yesterday. Like yesterday is always the best time to invest. Yesterday is always the best time to leap. Yesterday is always the best time to learn the stuff that you don't know, that you want to learn in order to set yourself up for the future. So, rant over. If you feel like the It Factor is for you and you are a hell yes, Nicola, like I don't know what the hell you're even talking about, but I just know that I need to be in it, which is kind of what happened with Gerda, then message me, reach out. I'm super happy to, we'll jam back and forth, we'll have a chat about it, and, we can go from there. But otherwise, just make sure that you're always checking in. Are you making choices and decisions from a place of empowerment, from a place of alignment? And you guys know, you know when it's the right time. You know when it's the right thing. Just the thing that generally comes up is that fear of the what ifs. That's where you've got to go, okay, go away now. We're done. I don't even need to hear this. I'm making this decision. I don't know how the fuck it's going to work, but I'm making this decision from that place. And it will always work out. The universe always has your back, no matter what. So there you go. Happy Wednesday. I trust that that's helpful. Rip off that Band-Aid, baby. Take a leap and go get yourself out there. Go help some people. Be visible and have a whole lot of fun doing it. I'll talk to you soon.